Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Joe PT, and for today what we have here is Observer, okay, running on my laptop with the GT 740M, which is very similar to the other graphic cards listed on the title. So this game was developed by the Bluebird team and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So the Bluebird team is very well known for developing Layers of Fear, and they improved a lot in this game in my opinion, which is an horror game. So for this laptop, we have three settings that you can use, okay? And actually this is the custom preset, you can personalize a ton of stuff if you want. The low settings should be something like this, okay? So resolution scaling set to off and using TXAA. You might think, who the hell uses anti-aliasing when everything is on the low settings? Well, this is because this game without the XAA is just horrible, because there is so much detail everywhere that everything causes jaggies. The XAA is not ideal too, because it causes a lot of blur, and since we are using 50% resolution scaling, what happens is, despite we are using the native resolution, the game is getting rendered at half of its resolution, so probably we are playing the game at something like 360p, which is some sort of a PS2 resolution with anti-aliasing, or something even worse than that, okay? But this is the only way that you have to play the game decently. The only problem, in my opinion, is that all the things look so blurry. Probably you can't notice that much on the video, but while playing the game on your laptop, you are going to feel that everything is very blurry. But anyway, if you disable the XAA, you are going to see jaggies everywhere, and I'm pretty sure that thing is even worse, okay? So I do prefer to have the XAA, and in fact the low preset uses the XAA because it thinks that is the best recommendation. So, in my opinion, if you want to play this game without any confusions and very simplified way, just put the game at your native resolution and put the low presets, okay? Use the low settings, it's just that, you don't need to touch in any more stuff. And with these settings you can play the game decently above 30 FPS, 30 frames per second, which is very playable. Like I told you, the only main problem is, well, it's really just pretty much the look of blurry, but as you can see on the video, is not that bad in fact, and the low settings of the game are actually not that bad either. It looks pretty decent. So one of the problems with this game performance, and this also happens on my desktop, it's the stuttering. This game stutters a lot, but I'm not really worried with this because this is not an action game. And let's talk now a little bit more about the game. So Observer is, like I told you, a game that was developed by the same team of the guys of the Layers of Fear. This is set this time on a cyberpunk environment, so it seems like we are on 2080 or 2280. I don't remember clearly what year the action is on this game, but what I do know is that the style of the game, it is like you are on the 80s or on the 90s, and suddenly the future came and you have like the future reimagined like the movies from the 80s or from the 90s. So you are playing as a cop on that cyberpunk environment, and you have a power and ability to analyze stuff, like for example, all the people are augmented, just like Deus Ex. There are some sort of close things related to Deus Ex, so people are augmented, they have powers, but in a more not beautiful way, okay? Deus Ex, the future is something clean, this one is something ugly and dark. Okay, and this is why this game is considered a little bit of an horror game. I don't consider this too much an horror game. I think it's a little bit twitchy, and sometimes there are some jump scares, but I don't think this is an horror game by any means. And so you are a cop, you need to investigate the stuff. I think you are not going to use any weapon or point any weapon to anyone. Okay, it's just pretty much investigation as far as I know. But like I was going to tell you, one of the main things of you is that the cops, okay, from the corporation of that time, are allowed to get inside the heads of anyone that you want. For example, there are a place in time, there is a sequence on this video where you enter in the head of someone to get an answer, because the guy was attacked by some creature, by some guy, and he couldn't talk, and so in order to get the answer, you entered inside his mind to see what the hell happened, and you end up knowing everything about his life in a very Twitch and sadistic way, and very weird, very dark, but it was very, very interesting. That is why this video is so long, because I thought that it could be nice for you to watch these first 30 minutes of the game, because it's very interesting. I cut it just a little bit on the beginning, but I really wanted to show you what it is to get inside of the head of someone in this game. It's so weird, and I thought that you probably could see. But getting back to the performance, it's essentially just like that. Use the native resolution, put the game on low, and you are set to go. It's going to look blurry, it's true, but it runs fine above 30 frames per second, most of the time. Okay, so guys, hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. If you want to check the results without recording for the low and for the medium settings, which I don't recommend, it's on the description of the video and by the end of it. So hope you enjoy it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Printed on real paper. Bit archaic for you, Adam. Collateral damage or evidence disposal? Controlled Substance 45F, better known as feed. You'd never touch this, Graham. You never cared about this stuff. The hidden data storage. The encryption is too complex for my hacking tool. I'm taking it with me. Might be able to decode it later. Adam, so this is your apartment. Doesn't mean it's your body. Bingo. There we go.
Synchrosine collected.
I've deactivated the apartment security system, leaving the crime scene. This just doesn't feel right. You're still alive.
Hey, you there! Come here, quick!
What is it?
What's up with the lockdown? Is it the phage? Was there an outbreak?
Too early to tell. I'm looking into it right now.
Looking into it? Are you out of your mind? We might all be infected.
You don't know that. Best thing we can do is stay calm and...
And let them come and slaughter us? I won't let them take me. I won't.
Janitor left the door open. Of course. 2 agents. Helena Novak, apartment 104, and Hannah Nader, apartment 106. Also the same floor. Out. You again? Not a good idea to sneak up on me, you know. Need to get out. Police business. I know what I'm doing.
I know what you are.
Oh, yeah?
Back during war, took one alive. Sent for one of you to get into his head.
You fought in the big one. Is that why you got all this junk in you?
Plasma sweep hit our convoy. Barreled through armor.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring back memories.
Yes. Memories.
Right. I'm heading out. Can you give me full access to the building?
Assistance. Unstable. Unlocked. What I could.
Thanks. You better stay here. There might be some very nasty people out there.
Nasty. Bad.
Look, just stay safe. You know what? I never got your name. I'm Dan.
Name? Janus. Like a Roman god. You know.
Sorry I gave you a hard time earlier. Good to meet you. Janus.
You! I can hear you out there. Help me, please.
What's wrong, sir?
Oh, I heard this awful noise. What's going on?
There's been a lockdown.
A lockdown? No. Oh, God, please, not today.
Well, what's so special about today?
I was scheduled to undergo a medical procedure. It's a private matter. I'd rather not talk about it.
Suit yourself. Sir, I'm wondering if you've seen anything suspicious lately.
I haven't seen anything in over 40 years.
That's your condition.
I really don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Fine, I won't waste your time then.
Wait, I did hear something. Quiet footsteps, deliberate, heavy breathing, angry, not hiding, hunting.
Anything else?
The smell, it seemed oddly familiar. Reminded me of my childhood.
Your childhood?
Yes, my family lived outside the city with all manner of creatures. When it would rain, the smell would be similar.
Anyone here? Jesus. Don't be afraid. I'm here to help. Who did this to you? Listen to me. The building's on lockdown. There's no way I can help you now. But I can get whoever's responsible for this if you help me find him. Don't try to talk. There's another way.
Subject approved. Commencing neural interrogation.
Hey, baby, I'm home.
Amir, is that you?
What the fuck, man? I told you not to show up during the day.
You'll rot in here. Fucking slop again.
It's called soup. Now dig in, it's not getting any better.
It's gonna be all right. I won't let one out of here. I won't one more. I won't one more. I need a fix. Give it to me. Now. Fuck yes. Finally. It's hard to forget. I've always wondered, were you scared? Of me, I mean.
No, I could see right through you. I saw that underneath all your muscles and tattoos, you were like a big wounded animal. Lost. Alone.
Hey, at least you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, I guess I did.
In sickness and in health, forsaking all others.
To have and to hold from this day forward, until death do us part.
Any regrets?
None.
You have to try. Do it for me. For us. Wake up! Something's Get help! Get help!
Get out of here! Run! Get help!
Warning. Synchronization ended. Administer medication. Neural interrogation aborted. Subject expired during questioning. Emergency extraction procedure successful.
Yes.
Synchrosine injected. Strain level decreased.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So like I told you, that thing is very dark. So on the median settings, I tested out the game and the average was 18. There wasn't any place where the game got to 27 frames per second, just forget about that. It's not going to happen, okay? 30 FPS, it's not going to happen on the median settings. Although with the low settings, the average was pretty good at 46, and the 1% low around 27, so the game is perfectly playable in my opinion if you use the low settings. Yeah, it has the problem of looking very blurry because of the DXAA in a very low resolution, but like I told you, if you create a custom preset and you disable DXAA and decide to use FXAA, or you disable anti-aliasing by any means because you think it's very blurry, you are going to get infested, okay, infested with jaggies all over the place, and it's going to be even worse. So I do prefer to have the blurry appearance than the jaggies, but that is my opinion. It's really up to you what you decide to do, okay? So as you can see, the median settings, like I told you, never reached 30 frames per second, while the low settings, I just had like 3% of the time lower than 30 frames per second, so it's really good. So on the low settings, the VRAM usage was between the 1 GB to 1.5 GB depending on the scenario or area where you were. The RAM usage was between the 3.5 to 4 GB, so I believe that if you have 4 GB in your laptop for some reason, you will be able to be playing this game. So the CPU usage was between the 40s and the 90%. Most of the time it's between the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, but sometimes when you enter in some place new, the game streams some assets and the CPU usage goes to 90%. When that thing happens, well, usually the GPU usage gets to 95%. There are some drops on the GPU usage, and that is when the stuttering happens. But aside from that, the game is perfectly playable, okay, and that is the thing that you should know. So the quick answer for any people that have doubts about can I play this game? Yes, you can. Just use the low settings and use your native resolution. If your native resolution is 1366 per 768, okay? So guys, that's all that I want to talk about Observer. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.